and welcome back to Teacher Talks with Zach Edwards. I am Zach Edwards. Today I'm here with Tyler Thomas, the digital media teacher, also known to me as Mr. T. How you doing today, Mr. T?
I'm doing real good, Zach. How are you, man?
I'm doing great.
It's good.
So the way this works is I'm just going to ask you a few questions and you just got to answer them. I mean, pretty simple.
Love answering questions.
So my first question for you is, what brought you into digital media and sports media?
So my entire life growing up as a kid, I always said one thing: I wanted to be on ESPN. I didn't know what that meant at the time. I wanted to be one of those people you see on TV doing sports broadcasts, whatever it was. And I really just wanted to be in sports. And so leaving high school, I was going to school to be an accountant. And I hated it. It was awful. And one day I decided with a friend that I'd go check out this group, and they had a sports podcast. They invited me on, and I was on that sports podcast that night, and went home, changed my major. So went into digital media at Southeastern, never looked back.
Well, it's always good to ensure that you enjoy what you're doing and not pursuing something that is going to make you unhappy.
Yeah.
While on the subject of digital media, this is actually for the digital media course.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you hope to see the class get to?
Well, see, we've already hit so many strides coming out. We've, gotten this class. That was the first hurdle, was getting the class. I went through the training this summer of the Pathways program at LSU, and getting the TV and film credential from them. But just getting this class was the big step. The step forward is getting you guys ingrained in making some content, making some stuff that's your own. Because Demon Media is y'all's platform. It's not mine. I don't make it for you guys. I don't assign you things. You guys make your own ideas. And so I really want that to expand, but also maybe expand into some more stuff. Like maybe have a sports broadcast class next year that's dedicated to sports, or a news broadcast class that's dedicated just to news media. And that's the idea. Well, I want to be able to stream some home sports games. That's a really big thing I want to do. And just be able to give more access to Franklinton High School to the people outside.
And move into the modern era.
Yeah, well, that's a big thing. Is people are so big on advertising and digital marketing and things like that. And so we as a school, we needed to step forward. And even this year with just our social media and our media platforms, we've already exceeded every expectation to start.
Well, that's great. So we can get the program going forward and ensure a new type of media for schools. Some schools in other areas have already hit those strides, but it would be nice to see Franklinton hit those strides as well.
The idea is to be the flagship in the area as far as TV and film is concerned.
Yeah, because not many other schools in the area do film and TV. Now, I've seen it in maybe like Texas, California, New York, but those are densely populated areas. Mm-hmm. Being a flagship and a beacon of it becoming a modern thing would be really nice to see.
Trying to add more STEM pathways for students, because they can really get into some cool stuff. There's not just jobs on air, there's also jobs off air, things, graphic design, producing, things of that nature. There's a lot of jobs that you can get through the class like this and learn a lot about it, and that's what I'm trying for.
You mentioned earlier that you had gotten your start at Southeastern Sports Media. What about that did you enjoy the most?
Well, so I was really blessed to have people like Kimbler Chappell, Damon Sunday, Colton Vickers, Parker Peltier, people like that who gave me opportunities to do things that not a normal undergrad student would be able to do. So not only was I the president of the broadcast club at Southeastern, but I worked at both the campus radio station and TV station. So I was able to do things like that. But people like Kimbler Chappell, Damon Sunday, they gave me the opportunity to do actual play-by-play. So I was able to do play-by-play for the softball team, do their home softball broadcast and things of that nature. And then that broadcast, that blossomed into soccer, volleyball, and now I do men's and women's basketball. And so it's really been an awesome opportunity. But it was all given to me as an undergrad. I hadn't even graduated yet. So I got the opportunity. I guess they were just looking for someone that was ready for it, and that was me.
So you continue to do stuff through Southeastern?
Yeah, so I'm still one of their main play-by-play voices, especially for softball and men's and women's basketball. And I do some volleyball and soccer games here and there.
Sounds very cool, and I bet you enjoy it very much.
I love it. It's so great, especially getting to interact with all those people. when you get into do that, you enjoy it so much. It's not really even about the people who, you don't care who's listening to you. You just care about the one person. If there's one person watching, creating a picture for them, helping them understand more what's going on. If they can watch someone go for the 3-point line and drain a three, and I can help them with that and help them, maybe relate to the moment more. I know last year I had a buzzer beater halftime shot, a halftime buzzer beater from the half court, and it was super cool to be able to be in that moment, to be able to see the replays of that and stuff. And so I loved it. I love it. It's great.
It sounds like fun.
It is.
And so, what is your favorite part about the media?
So my favorite part about what I do, or some favorite part about what I do, is that especially here at school, I can still do the things that I wanted to do coming out of college. I didn't come out of college wanting to be a teacher, but I was presented with an opportunity to where that I could still indulge in things that I've done in college. Like I'm the PA announcer for the baseball team, and that was an awesome experience, being able to be there and announce the games and be a part of that energy. And then I've done some stuff for the football team, and now I've got my own digital media class that by the end of this year, we're hoping to stream every home game for sports, or get close to that point. And so being able to still do that stuff and help you guys get to a point where maybe you guys can be ready leaving here to maybe go do what I did, be the next ring of new students in digital media. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, it's crazy how opportunities can open up to something even better than originally anticipated. Yeah. And so, to end off the talk for today, I will be asking all the teachers I speak to one question. And the question is, what is the advice you can give to the students?
So my advice to students for digital media, I'm going to give two separate advices. For digital media students, my advice is to never, ever, ever look at an opportunity as something that is beneath you. Coming up in digital media, I would work the replay camera. I would work the computer, just throwing ads. I would do just graphics. I would just type things. I would edit together B-roll. And that's not glamorous. You're not getting paid a lot of dollars for that, but what that is that's showing the person that you're working for that you're there, you're ready to improve, you're ready to keep working, and you want to be a part of that team. And that really is my advice for every student. Go into whatever you're doing, and don't think that the introductory stuff is lame. Do everything you can, do as much as you can, as many internships as you can, because it really does help you. Even if you don't, like for me, I'm not working necessarily in the field that I went to college for, but I'm able to still do stuff, and I've learned a lot. And so I just do as much as you can. That's my biggest advice, because I've seen people go to college and not be involved, and they got the same degree I did, but they didn't get any of the opportunities. And so, like, I have some friends that are huge TV anchors, and sports anchors, and they're like verified on Twitter, and I was hanging out with them in college. And it's because they showed the initiative, they did what they needed to do. And so that's just my advice, is to do as much as you can.
Well, it was lovely having you, Mr. T.
I appreciate
Thank you for your time, and
Yeah.
thank you for doing this with me.
Absolutely. Anytime.
And that concludes today's show of Teacher Talks with Zach Edwards. Thank you for your time and your watching.